Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co host, Nikki G, OMW, and together we're bringing you a little something we like to call Anime After Hours. Let's get a yay one more time.
Yay!
Hey! And today we are talking all things shoujo. Well, not all things shoujo. Technically, we're talking Tamon's B side. But if you want to talk more things shoujo, feel free to send up the request because this is an interactive podcast. Yes, no matter where you're listening to, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the X live stream, if you're on Twitch, follow any one of those handles that you see in the top right corner right there and jump over to the X side and you can be part of the show. You can weigh in, you can have a part of the discussion, and it'll be streamed everywhere. So feel free to join us. Also, those that are in the in X already in the space, feel free to send up the request if you want to weigh in on the conversation. And this is an open forum. But but I do have a special announcement because every show we do have a pre-show where the audience has the opportunity to win an additional giveaway on top of the one that we do every single week. And guess what? Can y'all guess what? OMW, Nikki, can y'all guess what?
What? What? What?
What?
Chicken butt.
What?
They won it. Like, let's go. Yes, you guys as the
Yay!
audience won the pre-show giveaway. I'm gonna roll that right after a brief message from our supporters, VV Digital Collectibles. But sit tight. Once again, you do have to be in the space. If I call your name and your PFP is not in the space, we will roll again. So, without further ado, I have to give a big shout out to our supporters, VV Digital Collectibles. What are VV Digital Collectibles, you ask? Well, sit tight and enjoy the promo. Hey, what's up? My name is Emoji, and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles and check out the link in our description box below or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show. All right. Nikki, do me a favor while I do a few things on the X side of things. This was a show that was recommended by you. Can you give us a little bit as far as your background in shoujo? Why it's something that appeals to you? Don't talk too much about the show because we're gonna get into that in a bit.
Yeah.
But just why why did you choose this specific demographic, or just different type of anime that is fit for this demographic?
Um. Well, the reason I don't want to talk about the show too much, but the reason why I want to talk about this show specifically and is because it's a shojo with and it's topping all of the weekly anime polls, which has not happened for a very long time. Usually, it's all very shonen, very seinen, and almost like the last few weeks, this show has been top couple, top main character, top anime, and it's just I think that's really interesting because this is not usually the demographic that tops those. Um, and I feel like, and because that's been happening, we're kind of having in the anime community, especially if you're on my side of the anime community, we're kind of having this resurgence of shojo. So there's a whole lot of shojo that's coming back and getting anime adaptations that we usually didn't get. Even josei is getting anime adaptations, which is incredible because there's so many. Josei usually goes under the radar because they don't want to focus on an older woman's demographic. They want to focus on the young boys, but they're seeing that this demographic can actually, have people watching, have people engaging, have people wanting to get merch for it just as much as the shonens. And I I think that's pretty awesome, and I think it's something that we have to talk about because it's important. Because show anime is not just shonen, and this anime is proving that point very much so.
Feel you. I feel you. Um, what were some of the shojo that you grew up with or that interest that kind of like piqued your interest?
So I read the Sailor Moon manga, which is obviously I think when people think shojo, they go to Sailor Moon like right away. Sailor Moon is also magical girl, which is kind of like a genre in itself too, but definitely Sailor Moon. I love Kano, which is another one of my favorites, is in her circumstances. Fushigi Yugi, and just like saying those three different ones, those are three like though they're in the shojo demographic, those three manga that I just mentioned are three completely different type of stories. So like I said, Sailor Moon is magical girl, so there's fighting, actions, battles. Kano, his and her circumstances, is kind of a slice of life rom com and a dramedy. And then like Fushigi Yugi is a historical isekai, dramatic, romantic kind of story. And they all have different settings, they all have different characters, and they're all so different in their storytelling, but they're all made in the shojo demographic. So they all have that kind of storytelling, that's the only thing that's similar to them, not the way that the stories are told. And I think there is a type of stereotype when people think of shojo, and I really like to, you know, make that stereotype go away. And I think this discussion will probably help that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So thank you. Appreciate the breakdown. I'm gonna go and do the giveaway real quick as before we fully jump into the conversation. If so, OMW, I did post the live stream. It should be on my page now. You should be able to see it. I don't know if you were able to pin it to the top yet.
Sorry, I'm wrapping up the Discord setup
No
over
worries, no
there,
worries.
and that is pinned to the top.
Okay. All right. The live stream is up there. All right. Perfect. So, we had a pre-show giveaway. If you look at the live stream, which is pinned to the top now, you can see the visual element of the show. I'm gonna roll that winner for the pre-show giveaway right now in real time. Once again, you do have to be here in order to claim your prize. And if you look at it, we're gonna do it based off of likes and repost of the space. So let me grab that. There we go. Copy link. Bring that over to the X picker right here. Paste it. Likes and retweets. Let's see who wins. Countdown.
Five, four, three, two, one. Yay!
Right. Searching, searching, searching. Oh, snippety snap. All right. So you guys are going to have to verify. Is Nas Clint in the building? Is Nas Clint here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nas Clint is here. Congrats, congrats, congrats. You have won the pre-show giveaway. I will make a post either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I tend to make it tomorrow, announcing you as the winner and who to contact in order to claim your prize, courtesy of our supporters, VV Digital Collectibles. So thank you for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Stick around. Feel free to weigh in the conversation as well. Okay, so main show giveaway. Here are the rules. Are you think they're ready? Think
I
they're ready
think
for the
they're
rules?
ready. Yeah.
Armed up. You think they're ready for the rules?
No, knowing your antics, probably not.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. All right. Okay. So, main show giveaway. Yes, we have another giveaway that is part of the main show, but it's gonna require a little bit of work. Okay. So, at the top, you will see as OMW has so kindly done for us, the hidden doors. Hidden door number 1, hidden door number 2, and hidden door number 3. Now, you as the audience, during the duration of this show, are going to choose which door we enter into by the end of the night. Whatever door you choose is the door that we go into by the end. Now, what are behind these doors, you ask? Well, it is how we determine the winner for today. There are three different possibilities of how you can win the giveaway, or I should say, how you can enter into the giveaway to potentially win it. The first way to enter into the giveaway is by liking and reposting the space, the X space that you are in right now. That one. Yep. Okay. Liking and reposting the space. The second way to enter the giveaway is liking and reposting the live stream. That is the visual element that is also pinned to the top of the space. So by liking and reposting the live stream. The third way is in the comment section of the live stream. Tag one person and tell us your favorite anime or animated thing. Now, if that's the way that is chosen as far as how to win, each comment counts as an entry, which means the more comments you have under the live stream, the more potential, possibility you have of winning. So feel free to spam the comment section. Now, at the end of the show, we will call a winner for that. That is a guaranteed giveaway. But we do have a hidden giveaway as well. At the top, we have our influencer giveaway. There's an influencer that is named at the top. Matter of fact, let me go to their page right now so you guys can see. Boom. Wait, it's frozen. That's not good. Oh wait, no. Yep, it's definitely frozen. Okay. All right, here we go. If you feast your eyes to the top, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Boom. Here is his handle. Feel free to tag him. As I said, there's going to be a lot of tagging in this giveaway, in the main giveaway anyway. So why not throw a tag his way? If this handle pops into the space at any time, that will unlock a third giveaway for you guys as the audience. So if you need someone to tag, there's someone to tag right there. Tell them to pull up. All right. I think that covers everything. Any questions? You guys good?
Yep, I think we
I
can
think we're good.
start the discussion.
Hey, let's
Hold
go.
on,
Let's
hold on,
go.
hold on. Actually,
Yes.
one more PSA. PSA. Remember, this is the first interactive podcast. If you are into anime or have seen this show, please pop up. If you are on YouTube on Emoji's live stream, please get over to X, jump up, have the
Dub.
chances
I
to
think
speak with.
I hear the live stream in your background. I think.
Oh no, hold on. Let me run to another room. Hold on. So sorry. Uh, this is a chance to speak with the one and only Nikki G live. So pop in. But yeah, we are ready to go.
Yay!
There we go. Okay, awesome. So actually, Dub, I didn't want you to go too far away because I had a question for you.
Oh brother.
Okay. All right.
Uh oh.
So we got to talk a little bit about to Nikki to start things off as far as shojo, right? Um, Dub, is this new for you, or is this kind of like outside of what you would typically watch, or is this normally what you typically would watch, or like what was this for you?
This is definitely outside of what I would normally watch.
Okay.
Um, I'm not saying that the content is bad. It's just, you know,
It's just different.
it's different. Yeah, it's different. Like I haven't seen anyone been punched in the face yet. So
I feel you.
Actually, kind of just wait around.
okay, okay. I like that.
Right.
I like
So
that.
Nikki, for our audience, right? So they can get an understanding as far as just what this show is about. Do you want to give them a brief synopsis or overview as far as what this show is?
Sure. So, Tamon's B side is about this girl named Utage who is a super fan of the idol group Face. She loves them, she worships them, and she especially worships the center member Tamon. Um, and to make some money on the side, she is a housekeeper part time, and she gets a job actually having to clean Tamon's apartment. But it turns out that Tommen is absolutely nothing like his idol self. He is kind of a super depressed downer, um, that hates himself and thinks he's the worst worst person in the whole world, but he really does love being an idol. And much to his surprise, Utage doesn't hate the fact that he's not the same person on stage. She kind of loves him even more for that. And basically, what the show is about is kind of her supporting him as being an idol and meeting all of his other idol members and realizing that each of them have a different persona and the hijinks that go along with that.
Okay. All right. So, Nikki, you had mentioned something interesting, right? You
Hmm.
said one of the reasons why this was a show that you wanted to bring to our attention was because it's doing something that's out of the norm, right? Now typically a
Yep.
lot of times when we think of anime we think of your classic shonen, because that's the mainstream, right? Your
Hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, your My Hero Academia, Solo Leveling, things like that, right? But you were mentioning, and as far as what's current right now, like you have Jujutsu Kaisen, you have Fate,
Fearing.
Freeing, right? The Fate,
Oshinoko is out right now too.
Fate, Strange Fake, right?
Yes.
But so you have a lot of really popular things that's going on right now, and this show is beating it out in ratings. Is that correct?
It's top, yeah, and it's topping all of the trending.
Okay,
So that means a lot of people are talking about it,
got
which
it.
is out of the norm in the anime community because shojo, despite being, a huge part of anime, is almost looked at as niche because the majority of anime watchers are men.
Hmm.
That's just the
So
way the cookie crumbles.
so my question is what do you think about this show is doing that? Why, like why?
It's I think you have to say that the character designs are definitely really nice. I think
Hmm.
the character designs are super, which I think because of that, it's very catching. Pink haired male character who's very attractive. It's got music, which is always a huge thing. People love music, and
The score's really good. The
yeah,
score's
and
really good.
idols are so popular right now, especially in the East. K-pop idols are huge. I
Hmm.
mean, J-pop idols are in Japan are hugely popular, and they have their own kind of stratosphere that people really appreciate, and I think that's another reason why it's doing so well. Um, it's just an overall the characters themselves are just really endearing. I think is another reason,
Hmm.
and the story's just fun. You know.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you. I think Dub may have his hand up unless my PC's glitching. Is that true?
Nope, I do have
Oh,
my hand up.
okay.
Um,
Dub.
it was actually just a follow up question to that. So, Nikki, do you think that K-pop Demon Hunters had some effect on um, the popularity of this show?
I mean,
In-
it's possible. Um, but I know the manga was doing pretty well because some of the songs that were released before the anime even came out. They had their own music videos that were made when there was no anime to correlate. So I mean that it had a big fan base, and I think they were waiting for the story to go long enough for them to put an anime out.
Mm,
But yeah, I mean, it's doing well, and it's doing incredibly well, and because it's doing so well, it's opening up these for people to talk about. Yeah, you know what? Shojo's not this thing that I had in my head where it's like little girls clutching their. I mean, obviously it's about a girl in love, but it's also very funny, and it's musical, and it's got interesting characters, and it's not just little girls being in love. There's so much more to shojo than just that.
mhm. Um, you know what? It's Dub. You touched on a very interesting things, and it was something that I thought too, as far as especially with the hype of K-pop Demon Hunters, and the concept of having these bands or these these artists and musicians that are artists as far as the show, but then that translating over into real life, right? Like I can look up Face on Apple Music and on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Three of the songs that I played at the start of for the pre-show were Face songs. And it's funny, one of them even and that's why I blended the Show You Love, because one of them samples that song. Uh, but I think that that's very very interesting in how like you're taking this story about these artists, and you're kind of like making it this self-fulfilling prophecy where now they're gaining popularity in the real world. And we saw, we've seen that with K-pop Demon Hunters,
Mhm.
to the degree that now you have Grammys that are being won. And this other band Face, I mean, they they have some hits. Like the songs are very catchy. And I don't know as far as the popularity of the song, the that band out in Japan. Maybe if you do, you can clarify a little bit
I
more.
know, I know they were. I think. I mean, you have to remember that Japan is a smaller country, so when they get
Mhm.
over like a million streams on an anime song in like a certain amount of weeks, that's a big deal.
Mhm.
It's not like in America, like it's like, oh, that song got a million views, like that's nothing. But for an anime opening, for a shojo anime opening, for a
Mhm.
made up band to get over a million views in
It's big.
in a week or so that the song came out, that's pretty crazy.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
Uh,
doing well for sure.
yeah, and like I was saying, I could tell even just by the sound of the songs. I'm like, this is a pop record. This is something that's meant to be popular. And the story the story was really interesting, and I want to get into that. But I just want to make sure, because once again, PC does glitch. Om'd up, I'm still seeing your hand up. That may be a me
No,
thing.
his hands is down. I don't
It's
have his
down.
Yeah,
hand
Okay,
yeah,
all
that's
right.
just PC stuff.
No
up.
worries, no worries. Did you guys have anything to add before we go into like the specifics of the storyline? Because I think the story is really interesting.
No, we can just go right in.
Okay. So yeah, the story, you have this band, and as you said, right, they're idolized, and you have the main character who's getting to know the face of the band. But another thing that I thought was really interesting is it tells the story of kind of like just the the ins and outs of the entertainment industry and that
Industry,
type of
yeah.
life, right?
Hmm.
And the face that they put on, interesting that the band's name is Face, but the face that they put on for the crowd, right? Versus who they actually are in real
Yeah.
life. And so far, outside of the main character, the other ones are like jerks. I mean, I'm only at a point where I've really gotten to know two other people, but both of them are jerks. And even the main character is very interesting, because he's this, like,
He's depressed.
yeah, depressed. She calls him gloomy all the
Yeah.
time.
He's
And
very self-deprecating. He
uh-huh.
doesn't feel like he's worthy of being an idol.
Mhm.
And that's similar to X-Men #1 in the fact that they're both around 21. They have 21 for the common and the rare. Tells
Wait. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, great.
Thought that was
Hold
dope.
on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, when she walked by and he just grabbed her and pulled her into like a side hallway.
Yep.
My apologies. I don't know if you guys realized it, but I actually ended up like my thing cut out, but I'm back now. I'm sorry, Nikki. You were talking about the main character and how he's gloomy. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically what I said is that he's very self-deprecating
Mhm.
and that he feels like he doesn't deserve to be an idol, but being an idol is something he loves and something that he works very hard at. That's it's not like, he's really bad at his job. He's amazing at his job. That's the like but his real self is somebody that's like, no, I really suck, I really shouldn't do this, I'm terrible, I can't believe I did that. And I actually think a lot of people can relate to that.
Mhm.
Not to that extent, obviously. I feel like it's magnified like 100 for comedic purposes, but I think there are a lot of people who put on a face and are like, I'm trying to be, I'm showing you like the best side of me, but when nobody's looking, I'm just like, oh God, that was terrible. Why did I say that? Why did I do that? That was awful. And I feel like that's really relatable, and I think that could be another reason why it's doing so well, because even though these characters are like amplified for comedy, it's something that you can definitely relate to.
Mm, that's a good point. And I feel that as I watch it too, there's certain things in this show where to me it's kind of like, all right, this is comedic relief or what have you, but then there's certain points that it hits you emotionally,
Yeah.
right? Like the scene when they were at the fireworks festival, and once again, the score behind this show is amazing. Like they know how to hit at the right time with all the feels emotionally for with the music. But that's a good point, right? Like especially in that type of life, wearing this face and being who you are inwardly. And it's so crazy because this guy, right? He could turn it on and off.
Yeah.
And naturally he's gloomy, he's sad all the time, he's scared, but when he turns on like the finesse, um it's
Like you
literally
can
like a
see,
switch.
yeah, you can see why he's so popular
Hmm.
with all of Japan in this show. Like you can
Yeah.
see why people love him so much, because cuz he really puts everything into it. And I think because he puts everything into it, that's why he's so self-critical of himself.
Hmm. Yeah. And also too, you go through the heartbreak of it, right? Because there's a part of the series where everything that he worked for um
Yeah.
ultimately ends up being taken away, and you saw him struggle with that, and you saw him struggle with his feelings for the main character and him not being able to like really get it out, and her being this whole other thing where where she won't acknowledge anything. It was interesting. It was very interesting. But like I said, there were a lot of points in the show that that hit me. That I just thought were like very profound points as far as just relationships with people.
Mhm. And yeah, and I think that's important when you talk about shojo. It's not, even though those scenes are definitely in a romantic lens, they are emotionally heavy, and then they're also important to the story. They're not it's not romantic filler.
Hmm.
It's not something that's there to, be a fluffy piece. It's something that's actually going to help these characters grow as the story progresses, and not just grow as a couple, because I don't even think they're probably going to get together in this core, because they're not together in the manga. So they're not growing together as a couple, but they're growing together as two different people who are learning to support each other, and to grow as two different people.
Hmm.
And I think that's an important thing to look at, because when you watch shonen, a lot of, even though there can be really a lot of emotionally heavy beats, a lot of a lot of the growth is physical growth. And I'm not talking about getting taller, but it's
Like
power scaling.
stronger,
It's
yeah,
learning
power
to get
scaling, yeah.
stronger, learning to overcome your weaknesses to fight that next person so you can get to where you got to go. And a lot, and while there is slice of life in shonen, I think the mainstream is definitely has to do with a lot of that power scaling.
Hmm.
um and seeing something getting this kind of popularity that doesn't have that kind of power scaling is a really interesting
Yeah.
thing, because it's not, because it's just weird, because shojo doesn't have that kind of that pull, and this show's getting that pull, and because of that, more shojo are getting animated, so it's a great thing.
Let me ask you a question. In your opinion on this,
Hmm.
right? So you talk about as far as reaching different people, and a lot of time, a lot of the ways that you reach someone is you appeal to them, right?
Yeah.
And with shonen, it has to, it's appealing to specifically young men, right? With the idea of, you know. getting better, or kind of like, getting stronger and things like that, or overcoming obstacles, and things that, even when you think about sports, or things that, young men may be into at that age. It's like, all right, you have an obstacle before you it may be daunting, but you overcome it, and you kind of like have these similar themes that are inspiring, right? And I get why, obviously it's something that it has the allure and attraction, right? Because you kind of like can put yourself in that situation to overcome, right?
Hmm.
If that is the lesson, right? Overcoming obstacles when it comes to shonen. What would you say would be the lesson for shojo, right? For those viewers for watching that, um, or theme
I
and
Yeah, I think when you talk about that, you're overcoming obstacles outside of yourself.
mm-hmm,
While you though you're growing, a lot of those obstacles that are presented before you are things that are physically there. So it's you against the world. It's you having to get stronger and learn how to be a better person, because you have to fight that next fight. You gotta you gotta go forward, so that way you can learn how to fly and do your energy like in Dragon Ball or something like that.
mm-hmm,
But it's a lot of outwardly stuff. While I feel like shojo deals more with the inner world,
mm,
because you're dealing with, obviously, you can't just pigeonhole shojo to one thing, because it's not.
yeah,
It's a demographic. It's not a genre.
mm-hmm,
But I feel like if you're going to focus on the characters, a lot of the stuff that they're going to be coming over is going to be internal stuff.
mm,
So, how is Tamon going? Is he ever going to stop his, self-deprecation in order to really become, a, be- a more, I can't, grounded person? Uzutage going to stop, second guessing herself and kind of realize that these men that are around her are falling in love with her because she's a wonderful person? Is she going to stop having those self doubting thoughts? And it's a lot of more of internally trying to grow and overcome obstacles rather than outwardly fighting those obstacles.
I actually just want to touch on that real
interesting.
quick, right? So you mentioned that that shonen has a lot of power scaling. Oh, battery's died. That shonen has a lot of power scaling. Would you say that seinen has emotion scaling? I know that's like not a thing, but like
I
I
mean,
think it makes sense.
I feel like, yeah, you could be right, because seinen is for men, and I feel like the way that the male demographic is, when you're talking story wise, is a lot of it's going to be me versus the world rather than me versus myself. And I think that's just how, when you have stories for men or for women, not saying like you can't, obviously we can cross boundaries because that's what we're talking about today, but a lot of it is going to be me versus the world, me versus myself.
Mm. And that is a very, very interesting point. And like as I'm looking into more things, I'm kind of like, actually, as I'm saying, as I'm reviewing more things, whether it be on this show or in the other show that I do, Toontown in Tokyo, I'm kind of also seeing that, right? Like
Mhm.
internal conf internal conflicts being the conflict. And I'll give you an example. Recently I had just reviewed the movie Kiki's Delivery Service with Vivi Magic on our show Toontown to Tokyo. And one thing that we, had mentioned about in that review was a lot of times when you, because we compared the anime to Disney, right, back and forth. That's the
Right.
theme of the show. And one thing that stood out, right, like in comparison to most Disney films or even just Western films in general, is you have a bad guy. And you have someone, externally that you have to overcome or you have to, fight. And in this movie, there was no bad guy. It
It was
was
her growing up.
exactly overcoming her own, own anxieties, own like, being
Exactly.
overworked. Hmm.
And Kiki's Delivery Service is actually, if you were going to put it into a demographic, it would definitely be shojo.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something, and that's the thing that's very important, right?
Yeah.
Because like when it comes to even when these stories, right, when it comes to our fandom and the things that we love, they shape us,
Hmm.
right? The things that we grow up with ultimately has a huge impact on the type of person that we end up becoming. And I think that learning how to deal with internal conflict is very, very important um, in maturing as an adult, because there's a lot of adults that don't know how to deal with how they feel, right?
Yeah.
Emotionally. And there's a whole, that's a whole other separate issue.
But yeah, but it is something that I feel like if shojo tackles well is the me versus myself.
Hmm.
And I think maybe people are kind of realizing that, I think I saw a video out, and a lot of people like to just put out that, it's a sexism thing, boys don't want to watch shojo because they think it's for girls. And like, and I really don't think it is. I think it's, it wasn't as easy to get to for show because they weren't giving you shojo when we were growing up. What was like card captors, which they had to turn into a more boyish show anyway,
Yeah.
but when they brought it over,
Fruit
Sailor Moon,
baskets.
Fruits Baskets, yeah. So Fruits Basket kind of started this whole renaissance because they when they redid it in 2019, that kind of brought everybody around to being like, yeah, you know what, shojo stories aren't that bad, they're actually kind of interesting. But most of when we were growing up, early the 2000s, the 2010s, before we had all this access to all these different platforms that had all these different licenses for all these shows, most of the stuff that was being brought over was, stuff for men. It was harem animes. It was shonen animes. It was stuff that they knew was going to sell because they knew what their audience was in America. Was
Hmm.
shojo being brought over? Of course they were, but not at the degree. But now that it's so easy to get this, to get an anime and then to get a sub hours after it airs in Japan, more people are getting influenced by these shows that they didn't have an opportunity to get influenced before.
Yeah. But one thing that I will say though, as far as where I think that there could be even more exposure is even in this show, there's no dub. Now I know like a lot of purists may be like, well, so what, right? We're gonna watch it
Yeah,
subbed
yeah.
anyway. But still, I think dub is another layer of accessibility, right?
I feel like a dub is going to be announced very very soon.
Okay.
I feel it in my bones because it's been doing so well. But they probably didn't do a simul dub because they were not sure about how well it was going to go over,
Mm, okay.
because that costs money. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when you have like a really popular shonen, or like something that's doing really well magazine wise, if it's something new, you're pretty much going to guarantee you're going to have an audience and you're going to make some money back on the streams.
Yeah. Hmm.
But they probably were like, well, it is shojo, we don't know if anybody's going to watch, but I definitely feel like a dub is probably going to be announced soon.
I feel
That's
you.
my feeling in my gut.
No, I feel you. W, are you there? Because I have a
I
question for you.
am. We actually did
Okay.
have a request from Andres. Andres, I see you down there. You threw your hand down. Feel free to raise your hand back up. We'll invite you over to the stage.
Okay. One real quick question. My Omdub, can you pull the mic away just a little bit? Because I don't know if it is, but on my end for the recording is pretty loud. But I do have a
Mike
question.
checker, Mike checker.
Awesome, awesome. I do have a question for you, right? Because you had mentioned earlier that this is something new, and for me too, right? I mean, uh, yeah. Overall, this is
I'm
different
introducing you
outside of the
guys to a
realm. Yeah,
whole
this is.
new demographic.
So so OMW, for you, how was this for you? Diving into it, was there kind of like a I know you say you're only a couple episodes in, but like, was there an adjustment? Was there like just overall like your experience, jumping into a new demographic or newish demographic?
Overall, I thought it was good, right? I think it's very similar to slice of life animes or what I've come to know or I thought were slice of life animes. Um, but I mean, it's entertaining, right? It's definitely entertaining. I think Fruit Baskets was one of my only other animes like this,
Mhm.
and Fruit Baskets it wasn't a bad show, you know. It just
No.
it's just definitely a different speed. So like for example, if if I was, crunching some workout and I was like, all right, let me just throw this on in the background while I, send some emails or do some work. Um, it's not a bad show. Overall, if I just want to enjoy something that I don't need to pay as much attention to every frame on the screen and run it back 3 times to be like, yo, bro, I missed that. Did you catch that little detail in the if I don't want to use that much bandwidth to enjoy some TV, great watch. Great watch. And I think that it's just going to get funnier and funnier as I watch more and more episodes. Like the
Mhm.
little mushrooms that pop up on them,
I love the
hilarious.
mushrooms. They're so so.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
You
there's
The
the
know,
sight gags are pretty great for.
yeah, so I like those aspects of the show.
Mhm.
It's very different because like it's a different style of jokes than you'll find in a lot of shonen.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I appreciated, right? I found it
Hold
to
on,
be
hold on, hold on,
yeah.
hold on. We got 9 minutes until the doors is up. Make sure you guys slide over to the
Yay!
post. It is currently a tie. Woo, we got 17 votes today.
Oh, snap.
Door number one
Snippity
and
snap.
door number two are currently tied, and door number three is trailing very closely behind.
All
Let's
right.
see who is going to win. You have
Well,
9 minutes left. Now
and once
continue.
again, just to let everyone know, if we do have a tie between doors, then we will go with the one that has the least engagement because we want to reward those that pay attention. So
Yes.
I'll go through the rules one more time. This is gonna be the last time I go through the rules because when I call the doors, I'm not going through them again. All right. So once again, the doors will indicate how we determine the winner of the giveaway today. It could be by either liking and reposting the space, liking and reposting the live stream, which is pinned on top of the space, or in the comments of the live stream, tagging one person and telling us your favorite anime or animated thing. If that's chosen, each comment is one entry, which means the more comments you have, the more likelihood you have of winning. So we will be rolling that in a bit. And we do have our hidden giveaway on top of that, where there is an influencer pinned to the top as well. You feel free to tag him, tell him to pull up. If that handle does pop in at any point before the closing of this show, then I will unlock another giveaway for you guys. So we already did the pre-show giveaway. Shout out to Nas Clint for winning that. And there are two potential giveaways, one guaranteed and one additional potential giveaway that is in the win that you guys can win. So feel free to do what you need for that. All right. So but back to this show, right? Like I want to say outside of the jokes, right? There were also scenes in it that were pretty emotional to me.
Hmm.
Um and that's why I closed when I did the pre-show, I closed out with the song Rain because like I listened to the songs before watching the anime just to get a feel for the music. But as usual, anytime, with most songs that are attached to any type of film or media, when you see the story, it hits different.
Yeah.
And when they
Same.
performed that, right? I was like low key
Yeah, I'm
emotional.
getting emotional kind of just thinking about it right now.
So, but that's another thing, right? And that's one of the powerful things about anime, right?
Yeah.
Because even when it comes to shonen, right? Like yes, it is overcoming an external obstacle, but it's also I'd say there's also an internal level of, what you have to
Oh yeah,
overcome with that
of
too
course.
because in order
I
to
just
Mhm.
yeah, of course. It's just not the main focus.
Exactly,
I
exactly. But the thing is what I think wells people up emotionally when it comes to shonen, right, is because it's about, first and foremost, it's mind over matter, right? If you believe you can do it, then it doesn't matter the obstacle, you can do it, but you have to get yourself in the mind frame to do that, right? So
Mhm.
there is that internal aspect to it, and that that hits people emotionally.
Yes.
This has a whole other internal aspect that also hits people emotionally because it puts you in the situation where you take a look at yourself, right? And sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? Depending
Hmm.
on what have you. And that's a whole other emotional experience. So but it's also growth, right?
Yeah, and I think if in context of the episode especially, it's also
Mhm.
teaching you that like you're not going to be right for everything,
Mm.
and that's okay because people are still going to love you and they're still going to cheer for you and they're still going to appreciate you as a person even if you don't do something you fail.
Mhm.
And I think that's really important because it's not like it's not like in a shonen where if a character fails it's like this huge big arc where they have to like learn how to overcome it. It's like I did fail, but I'm gonna it's not an outward thing. Like I said, like it's definitely all inward. I did fail, but I can see that the main thing is that this person is still supporting me no matter what, and I think I'm gonna be okay. And I feel like that kind of feeling like I'm gonna be okay. I feel like it touches a lot of people, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's why like when you watch the scene, especially you feel it like he's gonna be okay. He's gonna get through this, and I'm gonna be okay too because I know that people are supporting me too, and I feel like that kind of you definitely can relate a bit more.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And like I said, for that, that's a whole other level of kind of like just a powerful feeling,
Hmm.
right? And also growing as a person. And I think both are needed equally, right? The aspect of believing in yourself, right, and being able to overcome whatever may, having the willpower to overcome whatever obstacle may be before you, but also being able to
Accept your flaws, maybe.
accept your flaws, learn how to deal with them, learn how to
Yeah.
cope, um, learn how to overcome like just your own internal struggles, right? Be honest, be real with yourself, uh, not hide from that, but kind of like embrace, right? What you're feeling, who you are, what you're going through. Like
Hmm.
all of those things are things that make you a strong person internally. And I think both are equally as important in building strength and character as you grow. And I can see why both of these are targeted. We talk about demographics, targeted for that age group because you're molding the future,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally makes sense because I feel like when you go into, josei and seinen stories, especially when you're dealing with characters that are already adults, the 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 stories aren't so much about growing. It's a different type of growing because you are already pretty much are the person you're going to be.
Hmm.
When you're dealing with teenage characters, these people are still growing up. They're becoming who they're going to be. And I think that's definitely something that we should talk about in another episode. Is get a couple of characters from different demographics and talk about their differences
That's
because
a that's a good idea. I like that. There we go. We got another episode topic of discussion. I saw we had a request.
yep.
So I let them up. That is the one, the only Omi Homies Max in the building. Maximus, King of Games. Wait, there we go. There's my yay.
Yay!
Max was good, bro. How you doing?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hey guys!
Oh, we
Hey
got
Max,
Max
hey
and
Janie.
Janie. Oh, snippity
Yes!
Yeah.
snap. How y'all
So
doing?
good, good. We actually have something fun to talk about real quick. So first of all, thank you for running this space.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys know,
And for letting us up.
and for letting us up. Yeah.
Oh
Hi to
yeah, y'all
everybody.
y'all got it. Y'all got it, bro. Yeah, what? Bro
Nikki on
and
my way.
sis.
So
I got
guys, this is the deal. Janie and I have like the night to ourselves. Our daughter took a road trip, so we're kind of chilling at the house, and we were going back and forth on like what show should we watch? What are we doing tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And then Anime After Hours is on. So we wanted to come up and ask you guys to unanimously, collectively, let us know what anime we should start tonight. And it has to be like the three of y'all have to agree, and then we'll start it tonight.
And y'all gotta take it easy on us.
Oh, snippity snap. This is interesting. This is interesting. We have to all agree because
Yes, yes,
It's
it
like
has to
let's
be.
Okay.
take three people with very different tastes and try to make them
This is
equally
Yes,
you.
comfortable.
and
This is a challenge.
that's the thing though, because whatever you guys recommend is gonna be something that you guys would all agree on, meaning it's likely to be very good because all three of y'all,
I
like.
think I think we can make. I think actually I think there's one anime specifically that we could all agree on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I
Are
think
y'all gonna
there's.
really watch it though?
Yes, yes, we're gonna watch it tonight. Listen, we have. Well, I can't promise you that we're gonna continue it because if we don't like it, then we don't like it. But whatever.
That would be sad if we were like, oh, you should definitely watch it, and it just turns out to be crap.
Yeah,
I I think
exactly.
I think there
But
is
we're coming
one.
up here with the open mind, so we're up for suggestions.
I
Okay.
think there is one that we can agree on. I think Nikki, what do you think about and we'll brainstorm a few of them, but out the gate, one thing that I think we probably would all three of us agree on, Roni Kenshin.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Ohm Dub, Roni
Nah,
Kenshin.
I think it's
No,
too
no.
old.
Well, they had a
They have the
remake.
new
They have
one.
the remake that just came out, like 2024.
Oh, the remake was pretty good. The remake was pretty good.
And they have the live action movies, which I know Max did start one of them and he already was locked in.
Man,
Those
why
are
you have to
probably
give
the
me a
best live
decent
action
one,
animes,
bro?
I would have to say,
Yeah.
because live action.
Luffy did pretty good in One Piece. That One Piece live
It
action.
it was good, but
Oh, we've seen
I'd
that. We've seen
say
that.
Rurouni Kenshin was better. From in my opinion, I'd say Rurouni Kenshin was better, but I'd say Luffy was probably second best. One Piece was second best.
Hmm. Um.
You
And,
guys
and
gonna like? Is it
I
gonna be like
also
a whole like you're gonna go through the whole thing, or do you want something short?
That's the
Oh
thing,
yeah,
right?
that's
Like if
another
they're
part.
actually gonna watch it, like I want to
okay.
give them something that's gonna be a good recommendation. But if they're gonna be like, yeah, bro, I watched like 7 episodes. It was not
Nah.
really,
So
Well,
I'll say
I
this.
invested a whole
uh huh.
hour and a half of my life to,
Nah.
you
I'll
know.
say this. Tonight we have about 2 to 4 hours of
2 hours.
whatever you guys
Okay,
say.
But even if it's like a long series, I'd rather have something that's good.
got
Like
it.
I don't necessarily want something short. I mean, obviously we want to like it so we can continue it.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
you know what else?
long.
You know what else I think they would like? You guys would like since you guys obviously are a couple. And Nikki W could weigh on this as well. What do you guys think about Your Name? And it's a movie, so it's 2 hours. Done.
Oh, that would be fun. I think you should do that. Yeah.
Your Name. Dub.
Yeah.
What do you think about Your Name?
Dub.
Man, yo, they're gonna, yo, my hosts are gonna hate me, dog.
Yo, they're a
What are you?
couple. What do you want them to watch? Attack on Titan?
Yo, honestly,
Yeah.
they should, but I think that's too political for them right now to start, right? Realistically,
I'm trying to set them up with a date night.
bro, a date night and an anime recommendation are two different things, brother.
Yeah, you
Okay,
could
And I also
combine.
want to say this is bigger than just the show because we're not into anime like that, like you guys are. So like this might be our our intro into the world of anime. You just never
All
This
know.
might change our lives.
Yeah.
right. All right.
yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm
No pressure.
saying,
No
y'all.
pressure, guys.
We gotta give them a bet.
All right.
Also,
Dub, what are you thinking?
Rorody, listen.
Dub, what are
Worst
you
case,
thinking?
if I can't think of a show that we can all agree on, I think Roroni Kenshin is going to be the one because
The
it
show
was
or
a really
the
good
show the
season.
movie the remake show or the movies
No, the show, the
the
show,
show
the
okay.
show. Yeah, it was really good. It's a great story. It's also by the person who made Hunter x Hunter, if I'm not mistaken. No, that was Yu
No,
Yu
no, 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 no,
Hakusho.
no. That's
Damn,
that's Yu Yu Hakusho.
damn.
That would be a good watch too. Yu Yu Hakusho's great.
You just haven't watched Hunter x Hunter at that point.
At least Yu Yu Hakusho has an ending.
Hunter doesn't
Hunter x Hunter's ending was
and
a
it's
pretty
long.
decent
They
ending.
only got 2 to 4 hours. I'm trying to get a bang for my
Yeah,
buck.
if you
What about
watch
Angel Beats? What
if
about
you
Angel
watch
Beats?
if you watch Angel Beats is good, if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho, you can finish the first arc in those 2 to 4 hours.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true.
But guys,
Um
it's old. It's old. That's my only
What?
thing. Like,
but it is
listen,
older.
guys, the
Old is,
animation.
but it's amazing.
No, Nikki, I'm with you. It's amazing. It's amazing. But you gotta understand. I tried to get my lady to watch Trigun, right? Bruh. Yo, first
Can I
40
just
seconds.
can I just say I'm loving this right now?
All right, well, owned up. You got to throw out some things. So me and Nikki said your name. We said Roni Kenshin. I would also
I
say
said
your
Angel Beats.
I would say your
I
line
think a
April
Yu Yu
too.
Hakusho. That's what I'm going for.
Yu Yu Hakusho. I'd also throw out your line April. OMW. What are some of the things that you would throw out there?
Janie, here's the question. Do you like violent shows overall, like Game of Thrones,
Oh
Walking Dead?
Lord,
Oh
OMW
yeah.
about to tell him to watch
Oh,
Attack on
you she
Titan.
said
Yep.
she said oh yeah. She
She
said
loves
oh
Walking
yeah.
Dead.
She trying to see some heads fly. Okay,
Yep.
bet. Listen, I think you would love, absolutely love, ooh, My Hero Academia or Solo Leveling or Demon Slayer.
I think they
Going
would.
with the mainstream.
I think out of
Nikki, did you not hear what I
out.
said? Yo, I tried to put on Trigun, one of the greatest animes of the
Just
90s.
because your lady didn't like it doesn't mean that other people are not going to appreciate older anime.
Yo, she said,
I,
yo, she
you,
said, she said, she said, Janie asked you to introduce her to hip hop, and you told her to listen to Drake.
bro, bro, what's your point? Drake is one of the
Drake
best.
is bomb. Drake is fire. Drake is fire. Drake is fire.
So what
Shout
you
out
trying to
Jersey.
say?
Shout out
Hold
Jersey.
on,
Shout out
hold
Jersey.
on. Now we have a special guest.
Oh, snippety snap.
No, I need to say 90% of the time when he puts Trigon on, he falls asleep.
Oh, okay.
Oh
So then,
snap.
okay. So
Well,
don't even listen to him because
No,
he's just lying and throwing her under the
no,
bus.
no.
Also, yes, I've probably seen more than he thinks now because I watch it while he sleeps.
True,
oh
true.
snap.
But
He's just throwing her
if
Has
under
she
the bus.
seen? Has she
That's
seen
all.
your name? Has she seen your name?
no, I ain't gonna make her watch that, bro.
Oh Lord.
Your name is it's another anime. We have not watched it.
Y'all
I'll
should
put it
watch
on
it.
your
It's
list.
really good.
Oh, emoji, what are you
It
doing?
was like the top grossing film in Japan in all history when it came out. It broke
Yeah,
records.
it was crazy popular.
Okay, all right, I'll watch it. I listen. I know it's mainstream. I know it's mainstream. All right, but
We're trying to break away from the mainstream, but here, watch the
I
mainstream.
do. I
if
do.
I'm trying to get Max and Janie to watch their first anime, yes, I'm gonna go mainstream.
Okay,
Yeah, Max and Janie, go mainstream.
Knowing Max and
Hi,
Janie,
Max and Janie.
specifically Janie, I do think that
Hey.
she would like Demon Slayer because of how it dives into the characters and every for good, better or worse, every single character it dives into them, and I think that that would be something that Janie would like because you're like connecting with all these people, but it is very mainstream. But I mean,
Yeah, I guess
It's
I
if we're gonna go for mainstream, I guess I'd say Demon Slayer too.
it's mainstream for a reason. There is great reason behind why it got
okay,
so big.
all right.
Just being fair.
All right, so for let's go through the list of recommendations what we have so far. So far we have Rurouni Kenshin, we have I'll throw in Yu Yu Hakusho as well too. And we have Demon Slayer. Are we keeping your name or no? Or
I
we
think
keep
we should keep your name.
I
keep your
think we should
name?
keep it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So those four we say probably are we agree on?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So let's do this. We have four anime. We can describe them. Like give us without spoilers, give them a summary and then let them choose out of the four what do they think they want to watch. How does
No,
that sound?
I don't want to have any input though. Like I
Oh
want it to be
Lord.
unanimous
Oh.
Oh,
from you
All
he
guys.
right. Then
wants
just
a
okay. Then
bloodbath. Okay.
you
All
have the
right.
recommendations. Go look at the pictures and then pick one.
So, uh all right, Rurouni Kenshin, your name. All right, here's the plus about your name. You'll finish it because it's a movie. So it's
Yeah.
less than 2 hours. You'll watch the whole thing in one sitting. Um, so you can see the whole story. Roni Kenshin. How many episodes is the remake? Make sure you watch the remake too.
24 for the first core. Um, I would just say it's the first couple episodes are really great and really great way to introduce the characters, but you're not gonna finish any arcs.
Okay.
For you Hakusho, you will almost definitely finish the first arc at least, or get to the near the end of it.
But it's an older animation style, so realize you're dealing with
Yeah.
something from the 90s, right? Rurouni Kenshin, the new one, newer animation style. Uh, Your Name is a movie, right? So you can watch it all in one sitting. And what was the last one that we
Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer? Demon Slayer is long. You're just gonna be watching that forever. But it
It's not
is.
even done yet. There's still movies
It's
coming
not
But
out.
done yet.
the
There's
best
movies.
part, the best part about it is it's so damn good, you're not gonna want to stop watching it.
It's like the number one thing. Like the movie like broke records. Like it's like one of the hottest things out right now. So that is it's the mainstream of mainstream, but it's the mainstream of mainstream for a reason. Um, does that help you guys? Max, Janie?
Is that y'all's unanimous decision?
Yeah, I say watch all four.
Bro. Oh my goodness, brother, brother and Vivi. Oh, Max, Janie, Max and Janie, wonderful souls. I think,
Yes.
I think
Present.
you should.
How are we gonna narrow this four down to one? This is a hard task.
The fact that emoji said, "Yeah, go ahead and watch all four. That's our pick," is so crazy.
Emoji doing emoji things. Um, I really think that you guys should watch Demon Slayer. And as you guys get tired of watching super fire animations, visuals, and storytelling, that you should watch Your Name in between because it's a different pace of anime
I know how to do this.
watching.
I know how to do this. I know how to do this. All
Nah,
right.
nah, nah, bro.
This is
You
this
nah,
this
nah,
is how
nah.
this is how we can do it.
Emoji, brother. You gave them all four. You gave them all four options.
Yeah,
Now we
but they
need
only want
Nikki's input. Nope, nope,
they only want
mm-mm,
one. So
nope,
look, look,
nope,
look, look, look.
mm-mm.
Here's my idea. Here's my idea. Here's my idea. All right, OMW, right? Each one of us would tell our top three out of those four from best to worst. And, the one with the most points, right, is our unanimous decision because we can only choose one. So OMW, your number one is Demon Slayer, right?
Yes.
What's two and three out of those four?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Is two?
No, Rurouni Kenshin's two, and then
Roni
Yu Yu
Kenshin's two?
Hakusho's number
And
three,
number
and then
three.
Your Name number four.
Okay. All right. So that's your order in priority. All right, Nikki, what's your order in priority of those four?
Yu Yu Hakusho, Kenshin, Your Name, Demon Slayer.
Okay. All right. So far we got OMW, your second was Roni Kenshin.
Yes.
Okay, and Nikki, your second was also Roni Kenshin, right? I think if you say your first
Yes.
was Yu Got Show. Okay. Um
We also got a nice recommendation from one of our lovely audience members who said, "Why not just run a poll?" And on that note, the Hidden Doors poll has ended, but we'll
but
get
they
to that
but
after.
they but they wanted us to do the recommendation, not no offense to
That's
the
true.
crowd, but they didn't want the crowd. They wanted so I mean I have a simple solution for this right now because OMW your number two was Roni Kenshin, right? Nikki's number two was Roni Kenshin. You both had separate number ones that were different. I'm gonna put my number one as Roni Kenshin. There you go.
There you go.
They should watch
Okay,
Roni
so
Kenshin.
There you go.
decide. Is that
Decision has
so?
been made. You can watch it on Crunchyroll.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask. Where is it on
Actually,
Crunchyroll?
it's on Netflix too. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. Just make
And
sure you
it's
watch
dubbed also. So the first season I think is dubbed. So
watch the
if you want to
dub.
watch it in English.
And just make sure you watch the new one. There's a new one. So if it says like it's from the 90s, that's not it. It should be like 2024. Was it 2024 or 2023?
I think it's 23.
2023.
2023? Okay. So yeah, it should have that date on it.
Okay. All right. Thank
There
you
you
Okay,
go.
we're
guys.
gonna
All right. And
we're
if you
gonna
want
start watching it.
and remember, Max, there is a live action adaptation too if you want to see it in real life and you guys have already started that. So you kind of have a preview of what that's like.
Now I have a request for Max and Janie.
What's up?
Are you
We're gonna
willing to
want to
come back?
report.
Yeah, yeah. Are you willing to come back next week and give us a nice little report of the watch? Let us know
Yeah,
how
we
you
could do
liked it.
that. We
I'm
could do that.
expecting a 500-word essay.
Wow, this is a lot of pressure.
I'll say I'll say one sentence in ChatGPT and tell it to turn it into 500 words.
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
But we're looking. We hope you enjoy it. I think you guys will enjoy it, and yeah, definitely let us know what you think.
Yo,
All
why
right.
didn't we tell him to watch that damn basketball anime, bro? What are we thinking?
Slam dunk, because it's only subbed.
I remember Janie's watching too.
Yeah, yeah.
I matter too.
Of course.
Janie
But
lives
listen,
matter.
listen,
Kitty
gang.
lives matter.
Peace and prosperity for all. I think that we forget that these sports animes are more than just about sports. You know, like
Haiku
there's a
is
lot of
Haiku is killing it. I like Haiku.
bro. Blue Lock was fire, and I don't
Yeah.
even
Sports
watch soccer.
sports anime is very popular right
Hmm.
in
Boondocks.
Japan. You can probably find an anime about almost every sport in that exists.
Let's see. Is there a ping pong anime?
There might
Yeah.
be a table tennis anime. I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like there is. No, I honestly feel like there is. I think I saw a review on
Yeah,
one, and it was
I've
actually
seen it.
pretty
I've
good.
seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. That's crazy.
Yeah, they and the thing about anime is they like accentuate everything as far as just make it just grandiose. Like I've never had a desire in my life to play volleyball. I saw Haiku and I was like, I want to play volleyball right now. Like it just makes everything just I don't know. It makes everything epic. But yeah, no, they do have a basketball anime. That's actually I mean highly reviewed. One of probably up there as some people's best anime of all time.
Yo, yo,
Snap.
yo. I know Janie likes to cook. She be chefing it up from what I've seen so far.
Hell
Max, do you
yeah.
like to cook?
Hell no. I like to eat.
You like to eat? All right, bro. Yo, yo. We should have told them to watch Food Wars.
No,
Oh
don't. No,
God.
no, no.
Food Wars. All right. We'll watch Food Wars.
Yo, yo. Don't
Oh
watch it.
man.
Don't watch it. Not
We're
yet.
skipping Roni Kenshin and we're watching Food Wars.
No, Roni Kenshin. Roni Kenshin. Roni
All
Kenshin.
right. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But all right. So Max, Janie, appreciate you guys. I hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoy. I think you guys will. Let us know what you think in a follow up episode. But
Sounds good.
we have our giveaway, right? The doors are have ended, correct?
Yes, sir.
And okay,
It's a tie.
it is
Dun
a
dun dun.
tie. Okay, a tie between what? And just tell me the doors.
Door number one and door number two. Check our
Okay,
group for what that means.
got it, got it. I'm checking right now. Boom, boom. Okay, you said door number two and door number what?
One.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go check that real quick. In the meantime, to wrap things up, Nikki, this was your, and I know we talked about it a bit, but kind of like just to summarize everything. You can be verbose. Actually, the more verbose, the better. Uh, just tell the audience why you think they should give Tammons B side a view or at least a chance.
I think they should give it a chance because for people who like to focus on pretty characters or good character designs, you got that. For people who want some comedy, you definitely got that. That show is full of sight gags up the wazoo. It's crazy. If you like romance, obviously you're gonna have some romance in there. If you like music, you're gonna have some really great pop tracks. And if you just like an overall story about, people getting closer and learning more about themselves and each other as they grow as people, you're going to have a really great story that's doing really well ratings wise. And I think it's doing really well for all of those reasons. And I think if you're going to, it's so this is like mainstream right now. If we were talking about mainstream before, and I think it's a good step to it's a good idea to step out of your demographic comfort zone, especially when you're talking about anime, because a lot of people are going to think battle anime when they think about anime, but there are thousands and thousands and thousands of different genres of anime and demographics for anime. And I think the fact that this show is doing so well trending wise and people are watching and talking about it and putting clips all over Twitter, I think I think that's really saying something, and it's really showing that the shojo demographic is not something to scoff at, and it's something to take seriously, just as serious as shonen. And that is how I feel.
Let's go.
Yay!
All right, awesome. So you heard it here first. Uh, press play for Tammons B side. All
Yay!
right. So we do have I have decided as far as how we're going to determine the giveaway. For tonight, we did have a tie between the two doors, door number 1 and door number 2, and as I said, we are going to go with the one with the least engagement. So if you look at the live stream, I'm going to roll this in real time and I'm going to tell you right now which way are we determining the winner for tonight. Okay, here we go. Countdown, countdown, countdown.
Five, four, three, two, one.
And the
Yay!
winner for tonight's giveaway will be determined by likes and reposts of the live stream. Likes and reposts of the live stream. That was the one with the least engagement. There were only 8 reposts that I saw. So, oh, snippety snap. Okay, I do have the winner up here. Once again, they do have to be here. Is Claritza in the building? Is Claritza here?
She
Yes.
is.
She
Let's go.
is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, so we got our 2 winners for today. Now, once again, I have to ask, did our influencer, our special influencer at any point pop into the space? Were you guys able to catch him?
Not that I saw, no.
Sadly, no.
No? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have that, next time. We'll try for someone new or maybe the same one. I don't know. But we did get 2 winners today. So shout out to you guys as an audience. Shout out Nas Clint for the pre-show giveaway. Shout out Claritza for the main show giveaway. I will make an announcement. I'll probably make the announcement tomorrow. But any announcement will tell you who to contact to get your VV digital collectibles. And also big shout out to Vivi, right? Like Vivi's providing this. So shout out to you guys. Um and I think that covers it. Do you guys have any thoughts?
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Okay. W, do you have any thoughts?
No, I was actually thoroughly surprised with this anime today. Very, very excited to continue this series and see how it turns out. Thank you, Nikki, for the great recommendation.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Hooray.
And I like I said, I do like doing this kind of like deep dive into certain shows. So next week we are going to be continuing this vibe, and the next show we're going to be jumping into, or I should say universe,
Franchise?
franchise,
Yeah.
Nasiverse, Nasiverse, will be the Fate franchise. Fate
Yay!
is out and it is doing amazing, but there is a whole slew of things that also is
Well,
a
that's
part of this
that's going to
universe.
be interesting because we haven't really touched on visual novels, and that's a really important part of the anime subculture and
Mm,
hugely important to Fate.
yes, yeah. Have you read any of his visual novels?
Have I read visual novels or any of the Fate visual
Fate
novels?
visual novels.
No, I haven't, but my brother just finished doing all of them, I think.
Really? Do,
Yeah,
do,
he loves Fate a lot.
do,
Yeah.
do you think he'll want to come in and weigh in?
I don't think so, but I'll ask his opinion and I'll tell you what he says about them.
Okay. I haven't read the visual novels, but I have watched all of the series except for one that I heard was really bad, and I played a bit of Grand Order, the game. Um, but yeah, no, I feel it'll be fun to dive into because it's a really interesting series, and talking about just different demographics. I mean, that's a cine, so I think that's also going to be interesting. Yeah. So stay tuned for the next show. We will be closing out Everyone in Space as we normally do. We'll be closing out to a song from our very own Nikki G. Nikki, you can let me know. Actually, what song do you want to close out to?
Oh crap, I have no idea. Let me look while you talk.
Okay. Let me know. In the space, everyone in the space, I will be closing the live stream, so I'm gonna say my farewells to everyone on the live stream real quick. But if you're in the space, please stick around because we will close out from another song from our very own co-host Nikki G, and that will take us out. But for those on the live stream, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, remember this is an interactive podcast. So if you want to be part of the show, feel free to follow any one of the handles that you see on the screen and join in on the discussions. My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-host on W, Nikki G, and together we like to bring you a show that we call Anime After Hours. Hit it yay one time. We do this
Yay!
every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pre-show starts 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big shout out to our affiliate partners, VV Digital Collectibles, for providing the giveaways for every single show. And big shout out to our winners for today, Nas Clint and Claritza. We will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Big shout out, Max and Janie. And until next time, take care, be easy, and peace.